Hey, I'm Cameron. 10 years ago, I moved my life overseas at the age of 22. I'm now 32, and Dily and I, we're going to do it all again. Moving overseas isn't just about escaping routine. It's about finding purpose, breaking away from societal norms, immersing yourself in a meaningful life. In this video, I'm going to be covering my journey, how traveling is absolutely life-changing, and how it can reshape your life too. At 22, I quit my job working in a supermarket. I was also going through a really tough breakup. I looked at everyone around me and it felt like everyone had their lives figured out, and I didn't know why I didn't. So I used travel as a way of escaping my own life. I decided to book a one-way ticket to London and I didn't look back. The first few months felt very challenging. I was 2 weeks late on rent for 3 months straight. I was working really late nights in a bar and I was scraping change off the dance floor at the end of the night, just the hopes that I would have money for some food, because what I was getting paid was not nearly enough to cover both rent and food. Although these first few months were very challenging, I never felt more alive. For the first time, I wasn't just living, I felt like I was thriving. As weird as that is to say, that I was struggling to make rent and have money for decent food. I felt like this was the most adventurous time of my life. It took a while for me to get back on my feet, but I eventually did. And I fell in love with the city, and I fell in love with the people and the hustle. I met people from all over. Like, you're going to meet everyone from Europe because a lot of people come over to better their English. I would find myself sitting down in a booth after we closed the bar, sitting around with people from France, Italy, Portugal, Spain. What else we got? We got Czech Republic, Lithuanians, Bulgarians, Polish, plenty of other Aussies and Kiwis as well. And I would sit there, obviously after a few beers, and I'd just sit there and be quiet and just have this thought to myself, like, is this happening? Like, is this life? You have that moment of realization that I'm finally out of my bubble. I'm finally out of my little town that I grew up in, where everyone is they're stuck in their own little bubble. Fast forward to today, it's 10 years later from that moment that I moved overseas. It's 5 years later from a year that Dily and I chose to go travel. I've settled down and we've started saving for a house. And through all this, we've realized that the settled life is not for us. We care about experiences over possessions and purpose over security. I want to give you 3 reasons to move overseas. Personal growth. Simply by putting yourself in a new environment, you are teaching yourself resilience, adaptability, and appreciation for simple joys. You're also broadening your perspective. You will literally be immersing yourself in a new culture, and you'll be able to pick the thoughts of people who aren't from your land. You'll pick their thoughts and you'll ask them questions and you'll see how they do things. You'll realize that not everything that you know is correct or the right way to do things. This really helps you to shut up and to understand different ways of life. And number 3, you create a life of purpose. There's no set script. You don't know anyone. You've gone out of this identity where anyone knows you, so you can recreate your own. You've left this brainwashed life that you lived in, that you had to get good grades, you had to grow up, get a good job, get a house, raise a family. You've left that expectation of you. You're in this new world where there are no expectations. That's out the window. The sky is the limit. So many opportunities await for you. No one knows who you are. This is your chance to restart. For Dily and me, going traveling again isn't just about adventure or anything like that. It's more about rediscovering our why we're doing this. Like, the questions that we've been asking ourselves is, what kind of life do we want to live? What stories do we want to be telling? We're going to be selling what we don't need, storing what we do want to keep. The places that we are considering traveling are Southeast Asia, Europe, and the United Kingdom. No matter where we go, we know it's going to be worth it. Now I want to talk about how you can do it too. It's just a matter of steps to get the ball rolling. Start small. Research countries, visas, jobs, and cost of living. Those 4 bad boys. Next step, simplify your life. Get rid of anything that you don't need. Get rid of the clutter. Because Dily and I have always been relocating ourselves hopping from one place to another. We don't have much stuff, so this makes things for us to pack up and leave that much easier. We don't keep shit. Sell your stuff and use that money for your travels. The next step is to save intentionally. Create a budget and stick to it. I've created another video talking all about budget. We're also giving away our free budgeting template where you can grab in the description below. So if you need that and really customize that to your budget, feel free to do so. And lastly, it's the hardest part, but is to take the leap and just book the ticket and go. Everything after that comes easy. Honestly, life is too short to live on autopilot. At 22 years old, I moved overseas and I did it, and it changed my life. And now at 32, I'm embracing freedom again. So I want to encourage anyone else that feels like this to go and just do it. Don't wait for the perfect time. It doesn't exist. The world is waiting for you. If you're stuck around in this video, it's for a reason. I know why you're here, because you feel the exact same way I do. All I can hope for is that this video inspires you. Anyway, with all that said, I'm Cameron. Let's get off the fence and travel. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.